Hello modelers, welcome back to Motion RC. I'm James and today we have another overview video, partial assembly video of the latest addition to our Teching model engine kit lineup. This is the T-700 Turboshaft Engine, most commonly found in many of your favorite helicopters throughout the world. The Blackhawks from Sikorsky, the Boeing Apache, the Bells, the Cobra, the Viper, you name it, the T-700 has been used. Originally built and run in 1973, still being used to this day. Absolutely gorgeous, and to see it here in a 1/10 scale model that again is a simulated model, so that's the beauty about these models. They have clear sides so you can see the internals working, and you can also change the speed on these models once you get done assembling them. But they are absolutely gorgeous, and we'll get to that in a little bit. Now, what you see on the table before you is just what's left of what comes in the box. You get all the tools that you're gonna need to put this together. So you get the wrenches, you get hex drivers, Phillips head screwdrivers, you get tweezers, you get a little bottle of grease, because you will wanna lube up some of the inner working pieces, some of the gears inside, to keep them running nice and smooth. You get a charge cable that's gonna charge the LiPos that are pre-installed, or you can leave this plugged in and it'll run on, on power, on AC power like that, which is nice. And then this is just, these two tubs you get here are gonna have all extra bits. These are all the screws left over, but you're working from these, obviously they're in the box, and all the tools that are in the box, and you're piecing it together. And then you also get a stunning manual that is gonna make it so simple for you to build this. If you ever built a Lego model, you would know that, Legos have very detailed instructions. Each piece is color-coded. It tells you exactly how to line it up and how to do it. These manuals are no different. It's a nice book to put this thing together. This kit itself is about 470 pieces, I believe, so it's the largest one so far that I built personally. I had done some of the turboprop engines on the table behind me. They were 300, and then there was a 150 part one, which is the mini, but this is getting towards the larger sizes, but absolutely worth it. It's going to take you about 4 hours to put it together, I would say. Depends on how fast you work. Took me a little longer than that because I was trying to film the entire step. I did a whole time lapse that you'll see a little bit of here right now, but all around, absolutely gorgeous, and I can't recommend these models enough. If you're someone who just loves modeling and static displays, wants something cool in your workshop, if you're a helicopter enthusiast, this is right up your alley, and it, again, absolutely beautiful. So just to show you, again, all metal parts all around. The only things not metal are going to be these little plastic windows that you put on so you can see inside, but all the inner workings, again, all metal. So let's take you to the unboxing, because inside the box, it's almost unbelievable that fits all the pieces in here. But as you pull it out, you're gonna see that there are 3 sections of foam, and that's where it houses all the different bits, and they're all numbered. So you'll see the numbers on the foam. So just keep that in mind. I lay them out right in front of me, and each number is associated with a spot in the manual for when you're gonna put these things together. So it's very simple in that regard, which I really love. But all around, just a beautiful package and awesome when you build it. So let's get to the assembly. We're just gonna sort of run through what you're gonna be doing in this process. So first things first, you're gonna assemble the base assembly. So that's gonna be all the electronics, everything involved in the base underneath. So you're gonna take that big black piece, you're gonna take the baggie, it's gonna have your control board and all the wires in it, and this is where you're gonna really start building and getting the base unit set up. It's gonna show you how to plug everything in, from the charge cable to where the motor is gonna plug into, where the lights are gonna plug into, where the on-off switch is gonna go, things like that, and it goes together pretty simply. And then the next step is going to be assembling the splitter receiver assembly. So this is where we're going to start getting into your bevel gears and really start putting the engine together. So here you're going to start using a little bit of that lubricating oil they give you, and you're really going to see these pieces come together. Then you're going to move on to the compressor assembly. So this is where you're going to start seeing those fan blades get put on the model. That'll eventually turn and give you that, nice simulated action you'd want to see in a model like this. Then when you're done with step 3, you move on to the gearbox assembly. So this is going to be how the motor is going to attach to this model. So the motor that's in the base assembly obviously gets attached to what's up here via wire, and this is what's going to control it all. And all around, it goes together nice and easy. Again, just pay attention to the manual. They are very detailed in there, and you shouldn't have any slip-ups at all. Then we move on to the combustion chamber casing assembly. So again, further adding to, the build of this model. You start working your way through this, and it comes together all nicely. Then you move on to assembling all the turbine components. So once you get here, now again, you're starting to see more of those fan blades come together in extra section. And then they move on to taking you to assembling the intake gearbox. So now this is where you really put that drive shaft through, and this is going to start helping you see everything come together and that everything moves. So this is where you're going to want to pay attention. So once you get those pieces done, this is where you're going to want to start pay attention, because then you move on to assembling each one of the assemblies you just did. So every little piece you did, now you got to put them together, and it couldn't go easier because you have that long shaft coming out, so they all kind of slide right on top of each other and then screw into place. So you attach the compressor to the combustion chamber assembly, then the turbine casing assembly, and you're putting that all on the central shaft. Then you're putting the gearbox on that we put on. And then you actually add a clutch spring to it. And then towards the end is where you start adding the little details. Again, early in the build when you do the base, you will test out the little LEDs. Now here you attach them to where they're going to be because they sort of light up the inside. You get all that plugged in. You assemble it to the base unit. And then the last thing you're going to do on this model is the little finishing touches. So the little clear windows so that you could see into each section of how the engine works. And then the little detail bits, there are some rods and little bits on the back that just add a nice little extra scale detail to it. And that is going to end up with your completed model. And that'll do it, guys. Obviously, I'm time-lapsing all those videos, so it goes by a little slower than the way you're seeing it. And, I can't nobody wants to watch each little piece going in. I don't think that would be a worthy video. It's kind of fun in building it yourself and figuring those things out as you go. But if I can do it, anyone could do it, because I've never seen one of these engines in my life in real life, but having it on the table and just being able to do that is really awesome. And seeing all the inner working pieces, I mean, you could see the gearbox up top. You could drip more lubricating oil if you'd ever need it. I doubt you'd ever need it, depending on how much you run it, but all around super neat. I love on the bigger models that you have the ability to lower the speed to really see it working, or up the speed. I mean, even just the little fans up here, all around, just super cool for anyone into STEM and technology. You really can't beat it if you're trying to show someone the inner workings. Like I know Wesley did a V8 engine. He's a big car guy, so that must have been cool just to actually, kind of get an idea of how the real things go together. So again, just to sum it all up, this is 1/10 scale. T-700, absolutely gorgeous and available right now at Motion RC. I have links in the description to this model specifically, but I also have a link in the description to our entire lineup of Tech King models, because as I said, we got turboprop engines, we got radials, we got V8 engines, we got turbines, you name it. A lot of the most popular engines have been modeled by Tech King, and they're coming out with more as well. This has been a popular lineup for us, and we're excited to have it on there, because not everything can be RC. Sometimes just cool models are all you need in this hobby, and this is a great hobby in and of itself, putting something like this together. So guys, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. But before you move on to your next video, if you could hit that like button, that always helps us out. Maybe hit the subscribe, that helps us too. But the best way to support Motion RC is to head to motionrc.com, pick yourself up a Tech King model engine kit, or get yourself an RC plane, boat, car, truck, tank, you name it. We've got it at Motion RC. We're happy to serve you, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.